Team Liquid's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Welcome back, everyone. We are swiftly moving on through our best of ones. 2 quick games as we get through the group stage here for ESL One Genting 2018. I'm Gareth, joined by the wonderful Wagamama. We get into our third.
Yeah, let's go for one more game then. So Penta versus Team Liquid is what we have here. And we're already moving through the first phase bans. We see Penta giving some respect to the Chen. Of course, when you're going up against Kuro, makes sense to do that. You know, Chen has gotten a lot of attention actually in the recent patch. Quite strong hero. While also moving out to Tiny and the Shadow Fiend. So no clockwork combination available, and also Tiny is just a very strong hero overall. Especially if you're gonna play PL yourself.
First pick PL. Team Liquid responding back here with a little bit. Sand King's a little bit loud for my liking there. Draft. So opening with Sand King here, you know, we're seeing a lot more of the kind of 5 roles being left for the second phase and just focus on, you know, your off lane or your 4 start the draft with second pickers, and then a lot of first pickers are going for carry heroes early on. You're one of those PLs or the SF Clockwork Hog duo. That
in general, what you do is you pick at most 1 core in the first phase, and very often you pick. They're gonna open up with here. This could, of course, be played always if you want as an off Sand King, but more likely than not, it's going to be GH running around with that Sand King and getting a lot of stuff.
10 seconds remaining.
So this is a very strong duo, and Sand King is just strong in general against the PL. If you ever force out the PLW, you can then follow up with stunning with Sand King, and it's quite easy. Also, Enfeeble. Keep in mind, if you put Enfeeble on the PL, it does not get removed when you double. It's going to stay as a visual indicator even of which one is the very nice way to.
Witch Doctor. Cancelling out things like Grip, Sandstorm. All-round support hero.
Yeah, he's just a solid laner. He works pretty well with any of the 4 heroes that are available still. There's still Tusk, Clockwork, and Earth Spirit available after the first phase pick and back rare.
And Kunkka. Penta. Kunkka.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I like the Elder Titan ban that Liquid did as well, because Penta actually have some play with that hero. I know that DNC enjoys playing it. I don't know if they if anyone else in the team plays it, but DNC I've seen played so much.
Away goes the bounty and here to follow. So you were mentioning Clockworks out there. Could be a decent Penta, but I want to go back to Witch second. The fact that we're seeing so many, you know, melee strength heroes, aggressive dual lanes with double melee strength heroes, all this crap. Maledict, such a strong spell. I love it. People maxing Maledict now is an amazing utility, and then you can pair it up with a PL. This could be your dual lane safe lane. This could be a dual lane mid potentially. You know, this may not be a pairing even together. But
it has the lane versatility. You can put it where you want. And you do bring up a good point there that a lot of heroes are really getting up close and personal. That's where the Maledict and the Death Ward do a lot of work. Not to mention the Cask is quite to at least get out there, and it's going to bounce around. And sometimes it does wonders, you know. Sometimes it doesn't really do anything. That's the way it works.
5 seconds.
Get those lucky bongos going.
You gotta pray when you play Witch Doctor. You gotta believe. With what they open with here and their third pick. Earth Spirit for them, so that's very telling, of course. Now we know that this is a Sand King 4. Earth Spirit is going to be played by GH. And that's kind of the power as well with Sand King. I said early that it could be GH, but it could also be an offlaner. So versatile heroes, something we talked a little bit off camera about earlier. Picking a hero that could be played in multiple different ways. Puck is an example I use. They can be mid and off lane very much these days. And this adds a little bit of power to your draft. May not seem like a big thing, but Penta did not ban any position 4 hero there. And GH now gets his Earth Spirit.
Now lining up your lanes more difficult.
It's a curveball, is what it is, you know, in every sense of the way. It's going to be a little bit strange to draft against. Penta, we'll see what they go for their second support, if that's what they're going to show first. Likely they want to finish that pairing, because a lot of supports are already banned out. There's still, of course, Tusk and Clock. Clock is a good combination for Witch. Still not bad against Earth.
I still want to throw the Kunkka in. Just another one. Just want to get it out there. You know? The DNZ Kunkka. His hero is very, very nice for them.
He actually played that already when I played with him, like quite a while back. So should not forget one of the stronger heroes as well in this roaming meta that we're seeing. Also really good against Bane and Sand King. Bane in particular because you have two different ways of canceling the Fiend script, but Sand King, having that silence against him can really make him easier to bring down.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wow.
Oliver, safe lane Abaddon, incoming, boys.
That's an interesting, especially going into the Sand King off lane, what looks to be
10 seconds remaining.
Rise. You don't necessarily want to play a melee core against it. Not too many melee cores can do it, but Abaddon actually does have the power to sustain himself.
Radiant team ban.
Out harass people, out lane people.
Radiant team pick.
Shield going does absolute wonders for him, but Liquid with the final pick, Penta with the penultimate one here. Likely need their offlaner. It's not common we see the Night Stalker offlane anymore. You know, we kind of pigeonhole him into the 4 role. I guess Abaddon is still one of those heroes where it could be a boogie hero offlane and Team Liquid aren't quite sure. But this is where Penta are like, okay, here's our draft. What are you going to do about it? Definitely from previous games, we've seen the Oliver, Vlad's into Radiance, Abaddon do wonderful things. In fact, one of the games, I believe, potentially for the qualifier for this, if I'm not mistaken, thinking back on the games that I've covered, they were losing their game super hard. And whoever I was casting with was just like, there's no way Penta wins. Over. Like, what do they do to come back into this? They've got an Abaddon carry. Abaddon got his Radiance and the game ended. Like, Penta just like won the game straight off that.
It can be very, very successful in some games. This is very interesting though, because these two heroes are pretty much identical in many ways. The Legion Commander. Because press the attack and a Photic Shield. Now you have two different ways to remove silences or stuns or Fiend script. This is a very, very defensive combination, but at the same time, they have a pretty strong late game. The one thing they don't have going for them really is they don't have a massive teamfight spell on the side of Radiant. And Dire could come out ahead in big team fights if they get a nice tanking ulti or something like that, especially combinations with Viper W or Spirit Stuns. But other than that, Penta scale pretty well into the late game. They have good saves for everyone. They could play a pretty split up game. That's what we want to do against the Viper. We want to stretch the enemy thin. Because Team Liquid, they look like they're building a timing here and going to try and play towards, just generally don't want to go.
And that's where you start looking at the TB and Lycan bans and you think, good job, Penta, taking away some of these kind of great focal point heroes where force the 5-man and group around objectives out the window for them.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they want to go for here. Could go for healer. Even though Lifesteal is not super popular, it does fit the lineup quite. They're gonna go Sven. Alright. Sven is also quite tanky here. Adds a lot of extra armor for his team to survive these duels, and adds a little bit more to the 5-manning as well in terms of just grouping up with the Warcry is quite strong.
And again, like we saw, well, I guess not like we saw in the complexity game, but like we talked about, is a decent hero against PL.
That's true.
With the Warcry.
It is decent, but it all comes down to what level of farm we're expecting to see on both teams, right? And a sad thing about this Sven is that there are good ways to remove this Sven stun. The Photic Shield and the press the attack, it is going to be obnoxious. You have to combo onto the Legion Commander quite a lot in this. And against Night Stalker with the reduced vision, it can be quite hard to do in the fight. This is going to be a lot about the laning setup, because I can't really say that I necessarily favor either team super strong in the late game. Even Viper can be really strong if he gets level 25 and has the silence talent. That is a PL killer. It is absolutely amazing against. Done with the Sanking, follow up with the W from the Viper, and you have to run out of the Nether Toxin before you can double walk.
And that AoE is...
it's large, and the cooldown is very low. It's a 5-second cooldown, 8 seconds duration, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And that is really obnoxious.
I do like about Penta's lineup, though, here is they don't rely on any... Like, you mentioned they don't have, like, a big teamfight ulti. There's no kind of, AoE damage or control really coming out from them. So, kind of choke points and that. But on the flip side, they're also not really heavily reliant on cooldown, right? They can fight whenever they want to, pretty much, as long as they, have a duel or an Abaddon ulti. Just, one of these elements is up and running.
The one cycle they rely on is really the day and night cycle, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing they really need. Play around the nighttime, make a lot happen then. Daytime, they basically want to split the enemy up. And they have the tools to doing that. They have decent split pushing power in terms of just PL and LC's damage. And Abaddon and LC can definitely protect each other as well when they do a split. See how it plays out. First, see what lanes we're going to see here. Aggressive movement. Oliver. Put out by that ward. I believe that he actually saw them, though. He knows that, they should be here. But the ward saw him. I don't think either hero...
I'm a big fan of this, but all the items in a row.
Very lined up. Yes.
Very, very feels good, man.
The aesthetics.
Even the salves and the mangoes and stuff in the right. But yeah, he doesn't know. Liquid, they have full vision.
See him twitching back and forth.
Waiting, biding their time.
Certain horse. Should I go? Should I not? Can I take the rune, guys? I'm going.
Should I stay or should I go now?
He wants to try the rune. He doesn't know that they're down. Pretty likely.
He's being shouted at by his team. I'm sure of it, Oliver. Oh, he sees 3 of them now. The roll does connect as Mind Control runs forward. Burst Strike ready in onto Oliver. His shield is ready, but down to half HP already. Oliver is going to have to make a long old walk away to get any kind of distance from the Sand King and Earth Spirit, but it's too little too late as Liquid secure the first blood, biding their time.
He did.
The amount of patience there was so good.
He's actually going to be back on lane first, though. He's going to be there before the Sand King, since they had to chase for so far. Always something. A little bit of win. But a good start for GH is a scary thing. When he gets first blood like that, oh boy.
Yeah, that pushes him closer to Boots.
GH is notorious for his position 4. He's arguably the best at the job in the world. So not a player that you want to have a good game on if you're on the enemy team.
Certainly. So starting things off, PL up to 5-0 already. 1 Lance. Dealing with this Viper with a kind of tri-lane mid, RMN and DNZ all lurking around. GH sets up mid himself. Leaves Boogie in a 1v2 top, so he's going to battle with Kuroki for the meanwhile now as Miracle gets his farm on. But middle lane, just look at this way that DNZ is playing around this creep wave. They know it's under the tower. GH has been forced to maneuver himself back in. Try and deal with Penta here, but with the cask bouncing. They get the kill. RMN TPing out, barely survives. And Matsuma Man gets nothing for his troubles.
Yeah, and DNC is behind. He's prepared to cancel salves, but they're diving in. They're just going to get the kill here. Beautiful play by Penta. This tri-lane mid is working out, boys.
Absolutely. 3v2. 3 is winning.
Top lane. Looks like there could be a kill on Sven as well. Or Legion, sorry. A kill for Sven as well.
I think Regen not going to keep Boogie alive. But yeah, the roll from GH also not connecting means that this Radiant team just get out of trouble mid. Arc running low a little bit on the mana front. Doesn't have any Lancers left. Be okay just to kind of sit in mid and use the Phantom Rush to get some CN. Bottom lane for me is the kind of interesting one. You were talking about the caustic here, the melee versus melee.
So I feel like Sand King flat out pre-farms in these lanes. It's almost impossible to deny him once he gets a few levels into this, and I'm glad to see he's maxing it. Wow, more tower dives on the mid lane. GH getting out of position here and gonna go down.
This time it was Liquid to initiate it. They roll on in behind Radiant Tier 1.
He got the kill. Yeah, he got the kill, so shouldn't just say he was out of position. He got the job done. He spent his money before dying. It's still fine for him.
On now, Orb of Venom, Brown Boots on Earth Spirit. thinking about potentially changing homes here, going to a different lane. DNZ, similar itemization, just goes around, collect wonderful little bounty runes. Oliver's abandoned.
I almost wish I could see Mind Control start cutting the wave, because you can definitely do that and just pull it into an enemy small camp as well. But he can get more farm out of this lane. He's just giving respect to the Night Stalker. But if Night Stalker is focusing so much on mid, trying for the Abaddon, be hard though.
Oliver is forced to get one of the shields out there. Mid lane and top lane, action happening. Boogie caught again by Miracle, and Kuro here chased away from the lane. Not quite enough damage just yet. A couple more love taps from Miracle should secure it, but...
It does have Mango and Stun again, so they're committing for this.
Looks like it. One more tap. There we go. Miracle secures it. Missing out on a little bit of CS here, but he's got a good double wave coming into the tower for him to secure in a second as DNZ, chased by GH and Matumba Man. Night Stalker. It is daytime. It is daytime for another 10 seconds.
Sunlight.
Give me the nighttime. Come on.
Yeah. Sweet darkness.
And the river does fall. So, Penta, they've focused a lot around this mid lane. RMN and DNZ both kind of sitting around RPL, giving him a good time early on.
But at what cost, though?
Yeah.
That's the thing. The Legion Commander is really struggling. Only 2 CS at minute 4. He is trying to play aggressive and get on the map here. That's really all you can try to do. The lane is fortunately pushing towards him, but again, Kuro with the pull gonna offset that, and it's not looking like it's gonna get any easier. But they're still just focusing on Viper. They're gonna go for him mid again, pressure him.
Just try lane mid constantly. I was honestly going to ask you, like, is it worth sending someone bottom lane? The farm trade there seems fine, but you brought up the fact that maybe swing Witch Doctor top, get action for Boogie.
That's what I believe they could be doing. Oh, they're gonna get a potential kill here. The stun's there from GH though, gonna slow them up as well.
Matumba Man is taking too much damage though. A lance from Arc will be enough to secure it as Kuroki's Bane rotates in. DNZ still alive, Orb of Venom ticking over, but he's gonna get himself into the trees. One more hit will secure it for GH and Kuro, but the dive coming through, RMN not speedy enough to catch up to Kuro, and now the TP cancelled by GH. And Veno, no, not Veno, Viper. Viper's venomous intent will come in anyway with the poison attack and deal with the Witch Doctor. Dived in a little bit too far.
Yeah, so both teams are really starting to focus here, and Liquid starting to recognize that they need to do something. A Viper that does not win his laning stage is often going to struggle. That's the thing. Like, of course, every hero struggles at that point, but Viper doesn't have a natural fallback. He doesn't recover quickly in jungle, and he doesn't have a nice power peak late game. He needs to have a strong laning stage, so securing these dives is really important.
Mind control, really playing these mind games with Oliver, you know, putting Caustic onto multiple creeps and then cancelling his animation.
You tap everything, and then it's like, what do you want to do? You can't really walk into this. And now, I think he's gonna start cutting the wave. I really wish to see him be more aggressive, because the supports of Radiant have not made any movement down here. And I feel like where he could farm the jungle and the lane, the Abaddon will only be able to farm the lane. It's a matter of who farms faster. But what they're doing right now, both of them are kind of getting the same, 36 versus 31.
Very, very close between them. So top lane,
drying him up.
RMN and DNZ have moved in. For a go onto Miracle Sven. Cast between the two will catch the Miracle, but with a quick war cry and a Nightmare to hold them away.
Interesting build from Witch Doctor this game. Skill build.
Oh yeah.
That's very uncommon. 2 points into the heal. Very often is talked about how it's a value to have 1 point in it. Going for 2, just trying to dive harder with it. We'll see if he can keep the PL alive here for a long time with it.
Oh wow, the Phantom Rush.
The rush.
Ark's still in trouble though. No Doppelganger means that he's taking a significant amount of damage, and Matumba Man will get the kill now. Liquid say, try lane us mid, why don't you? We'll bring 4 heroes here. Roll doesn't connect, but DNZ still gonna get smashed up by GH. The Night Stalker.
Oh, 5 seconds for Viper Strike. Viper Strike almost there.
Coming in, Mind Control stuns up from low to high, and a triple for Matumba Man means Viper is king of the hill. Arc throws one Consolation Lance out, but
a salve cancel, at least. That was something. Mind Control, though, really coming online here, just doing stuff. But they're so far not dealing damage onto a tower. Really big they pull the creeps back here. So the tower is not going to sustain too much damage. And PL is just going to farm safely. Meanwhile, bottom is, of course, being pressured a lot whenever the Sand King leaves.
I'm an Abaddon.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going into Helm of the Dominator. Not unusual, I guess.
Makes sense.
Definitely not the kind of classic Oliver build that we've come to know and love, which is classically Solar Crest into Radiance on any hero.
Honestly, though, it makes sense to go for Helm of Dominator because that paired up... Oh, Kuro, is he gonna get out? I have to see this.
No way.
He's trying, but he's not fast enough.
Kuro. Oh, dear.
He's not fast enough. The face boots are available, and he's gonna get run down. No, what I wanted to say is the Curse of Avernus actually gives attack speed to all your team, right? If they attack that one target. In the event of a building, it's very good for pushing, right? So pair that up with Helm of Dominator as well, and you're having an insane amount of push.
With PL illusions and all that as well, but mid lane, the 3-man kick comes in from GH, Arc down. Hiroki has arrived to try and bolster their efforts, but Boogie, the Legion commander, TPing in mid, expecting a drawn-out extended fight, finds almost nothing here, apart from Liquid charging them down. Looking to maybe dive in the tier 1, but Matsumaman too low on the HP to really commit for anything there. But this is all time and space. And you can see the movement now from Penta shifting up towards the top shrine. Heal up and pressure Miracle seems to be the call because he's just got his Mask of Madness, and now it's pretty much free farm time for him back in the jungle.
He has maxed out his W as well. He's starting to get a lot of farm here. They have yet to prepare any form of stacks outside of the Ancient. So they have a few Ancient stacks ready to be taken. Always something.
A few little things built up here and there.
I love the Black Dragon doing their dance. Actually, it's the Prowler doing his shuffle. Oh. Prowler shuffle.
Just let me in. If I fits, I sits.
God.
But he doesn't fit.
Trying to stack and sometimes they just bug out like that.
Yeah, it's always the Prowlers as well, right? There's always like that one random Prowler that just comes and stands.
Actually, day before yesterday, the Golems tricked me, yeah. The Golems are usually friends of me, you know, but no.
I've never had any issues with Golems.
Yeah,
They're always lovely.
You know, as a TA player, Golems, you know, I see Golems, I'm like, okay, easy stack. Nope. Shuffled. It was the Golems and the Lizards, mind you. Apparently did not get along, or got along too well. I don't know which.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening in this camp. But it looks like they've sorted it. Oh, no, now it's the dragon that's
oh, no.
That's shuffling. But Miracle comes and taps it on the head, says no. Brings out the old rolled-up newspaper.
Yeah, see? That one Black Dragon just stays over there. That's what happens when you have them bug out like that. It's really annoying.
Come on, buddy. Can't do this
Miracle.
to us.
Gonna get that farm nice and quick, though. And meanwhile, mid, the Tumberman gonna get out of this.
Like, he should be fine.
Yeah, he's fast enough. He's slithering away his body.
Mind control.
Flying snake.
Gets free farm bottom now as Oliver made that rotation in mid. So Blink is now 500 gold away. A couple of creep waves should be fine. Penta grouping up mid here as 4, trying to protect it. Like, it feels like their eggs are in his PL basket. As long as Arc has a good early game, they feel relatively comfortable going late. And definitely looking at their draft and the way they're itemizing, there's going to be that kind of mid-game timing where they look to kind of consolidate the map.
I'm not so sold on the way the game is going for Penta, though. He is going for the Battle Fury build on PL, but looking at the timings that we're going to see here, they will have the tools to pressure early on. This Sven is looking incredibly farmed, and I don't know, it will be tough. Mind control, trying to get the chase down here on DNC, also stunning out. Beautiful survival and kill at the same time there with that stun.
And Kuroki gets the nightmare. What's happening
and
middle?
some, you know, some love.
Oh, they both have Helm.
Yeah, they're passing the creep around.
Yeah, Oliver must have taken the catapult.
Yeah, their cooldown is on the same, so he tried to steal his siege creep, but he's like, no, it's still mine. Doesn't work like that. It's like when you're playing Chen and Enchantress comes up and tries to take your creep, you just take it back. It's like, yeah, no, it's not yours.
So Oliver is playing Abaddon as if it were a, like,
essentially,
item build
yeah,
device.
essentially. That's what he's doing. He's going for a Necro book.
Rip in, cancelled out.
Yeah,
very quickly there.
It's
Boogie.
so hard to get a grip like that. Like, I don't know if he will ever really get a good Fiend's grip in this game. I'll keep my best attention on Kuroki and try and see if he will get a single one. Because that was the first. But, you know, in this game, there's Nightmare. There's like so many different ways to cancel out.
Like every hero pretty much has
every hero has at least one apart from PL, and that's pretty much the guy who won out Fiend's grip a lot of the time, so yeah, that's tough.
Well, Miracle spots RMN.
Oh god.
Goodbye, Witch Doctor. Oh, the cask bouncing back and forth. Oh, Miracle will get stunned up again, but DNZ's walked into the danger zone here. Crippling Fear is there, giving that miss chance, but Miracle, even under this tier 1, battles up against Boogie, slams him down, but the duel comes through. Boogie, you sure you wanted to do this? Oh, a double kill for Miracle. Turns around. He's going to try and battle DNZ. The miss chance still coming through, but Miracle's alive. Has a stun level 2 with a walk right to go as well, but Penta.
And they're not slow to make something happen with it. Mid lane.
Arc dies.
They're like, oh, they have 4 heroes committed to trying to kill Miracle? The fools. Does not work that way.
Meanwhile, take down your PL.
Yeah, PL dies, tower dies, and Miracle happily TP's bottom and starts farming there because there's a lot of space down there that no one could possibly be at. So, wow. Beautiful by Miracle. He's just so farmed. You know, like, he plays it really good, but he's just so strong.
4-0-0, 120 CS.
Yeah.
It has been a very, very solid game here from Miracle as Sanjanash is nearly completed on top of the Mask of Madness.
The path to victory is laid out before him. He just needs to continue on this and everything should be fine. Meanwhile, his team is playing 4-man Dota to try and not lose any duels anywhere across the map. Keep in mind, minute 14, still not a single duel won. He is going for the drums first, so probably not going to have a surprise blink. GH within this.
Exactly. Just look at GH. He's there. Sees 3 heroes. Okay, guys. Play a little bit defensively. We know there's people lurking around nearby.
I like this Radiant Sentry ward that's timing out now. It's like between two observer wards pretty much.
Oh, sad.
And so Armin.
Dead?
He did. He did.
So Liquid now, you mentioned this 4-man group up and play. Miracle. Oh, he's gonna. I was gonna ask, like, when does he get involved with?
He'll join for Rosh.
Join his team fights, but Roshan seems to be a good little objective.
And once you put an Aegis in his inventory, he might be more inclined to going for some tower pushes as well. So that will be quite great. Once he has the Blink Dagger with the Aegis, he's gonna have a nice timing.
Yeah,
I think they will put it on him.
Next ulti is gonna be huge.
Yeah. We have to give it to him. Tumberman is like snaking in real close on Rosh, but I think he just wants to share the corrosive skin with him.
Mind control for a strike there to make damn sure there's no doppelganger or
better safe than sorry. Yeah.
Night Stalker flying over. We've seen him a bunch of times, you know, especially against like you think especially against the Puck, but you're against the PL and Night Stalker, against the Legion here potentially.
They see Matumba, they want to kill him, but they're in for a treat.
Yeah, Boogie is caught almost immediately blown up here, but has a little bit of HP regen to keep him going for a while. Magnetized though seems to be a little bit too much to handle as Mind Control looks to secure the kill.
Grip?
There's the Fiend's Grip.
Oh, he got one.
Nothing to cancel it this time as they do get the numbers advantage. Oliver stunned as he tries to TP out. Has his ultimate ready to go, but he's going to have to pop it early here. The Nightmare holds him in place. Oliver, he's in trouble. Gets the shield off, but it is inevitable he'll fall.
Wow, that's going to mean a lot of damage mid. He wanted to TP because mid tower was already under pressure from Miracle, but he TP's a little bit too close to the enemy, and now instead more pressure is being added.
How's Miracle just here on a tier 3?
yeah, you know, he just A-clicks down the mid, and that's what happened. Where he found himself.
Could be losing the Aegis here, maybe.
Or winning a duel. You never know.
Well, Mind Control looks to put a stop to all of this nonsense. Around on by DNZ and dueled up himself, but Kuroki could look at the Nightmare, the 3-man boulder smash with a God Strength. Miracle clears up almost 3 himself, but GH, great setup there with the stuns, and Penta, it feels like they're running out of gas at this point.
They're being very outclassed in this game. There's just a significant difference. Like, Liquid are playing so cleanly and so smoothly. They're really... like, they're so desperate trying to go for that Sand King kill there. They even knew that Sven just ran out there. They knew he had HP, knew he had mana, knew he had Blink, and still they commit for the Sand King.
I don't know if they knew he had Blink. Because he didn't have it between... he didn't have it when he was running, right? He went back into the trees and like got it delivered?
Oh, I guess maybe it was, yeah. I thought they saw it, but maybe it was not.
Arc. Oh dear. Oh dear. Which one's real? Oh, Juking? God? Arc God?
Matumba's like, I found it! Oh, so close!
Nearly denied to neutrals.
The Prowler's like, I almost had it.
Well, Penta. They're starting to build up these items, but it feels like they've had a very clear plan on what they wanted to do. And once that plan has come crumbling down, they don't have too many kind of outs or backup plans to fall back on.
I mean, they're 17, pretty much 18 minutes in, and they still do not have their Battle Fury on the PL that they basically tri-laned for.
Yeah.
So things did not work out in terms of farm. They did fight a lot, and they tried to make a lot happen. They got kills onto the Viper, but sometimes going for kills is not going to give you as much gold as if you just farm. Because early game kills are not worth anything anymore. Really, they're not giving you enough to motivate 3 heroes fighting for a kill.
Like numerically for the
yeah,
gold
exactly.
stuff
Like
you get.
the amount of gold is like 100 gold for a kill in the early game for them. And that's split between the 3 different players. You know, like you don't get much. The experience.
The creep wave?
Yeah, exactly. You want to farm the creep wave, get that farm going. So for the carry, I'm talking, if he doesn't get the last hit on the kill, he's not gonna get.
Oliver gets a bit of damage up to top, but he's lost his witch doctor down at bottom. RMN. Oh boy.
Yeah.
In the wrong neighborhood
and
there.
now with ice armor as well onto Miracle, he's just diving in. That's 1 down.
Goodbye, DNZ. I very luckily just panned my camera down to bot to check what was happening, and DNZ just so happened to be dying in the middle of my screen. So the trade-off here, Oliver with this Curse of the Avernus and the Necrobooks and the Press the Attack on the Catapult means they are doing a lot of damage. This is the I guess this is the cheese, right, from their strat, but it's a dive into their base that's happening at the same time. Kuroki gripped up 1, the Death Ward is coming out, but GH will roll back and survive through the majority of this damage as the racks are falling. Back over to the Dire side, they've got Mind Control winding up the epicenter.
He's just delaying
Oliver
them.
Has his ultimate to go. Another Press the Attack could come out onto the Catapult again as they maybe focus down some buildings.
They're coming.
But Tier 3 is the only structure they will take as Penta caught on the retreat. Oliver shields up, but it's inevitable that he's going to die here.
Yeah.
Even with a wand and a TP, it'll
dead.
be Matuma Man continuing his streak beyond godlike now.
And so is Boogie. Boogie has
dear.
no way out. He's already buying items. Like, he's not even doing anything. He's just making sure he buys whatever he wants. And, yeah, now,
Go on, duel him.
Yeah, go. Duel the Bane. He deserves some damage. Come on.
Doing a good chunk of damage
Oh,
here, Kuroki.
He's baiting it. He's like,
There we go.
my friend is sleeping. You can duel me now.
Definitely the plan.
Kuro griefing his teammate, not waking him up, just wants to kill for
Oh,
himself.
did he really?
I mean, he could have woken up the Sand King, but he wants to kill, so
That's true.
just takes it. And that's 2,200 gold on the Bane, by the way. That's a lot of money he has. Still has yet to buy a single item, other than wards.
Etherlands time.
Yeah, I think pretty much what you have to go. You have the cast range talent already. Miracle actually solo killing PL.
Okay, that just happened.
Yeah, he hurts. I mean, it's so quick. If he doesn't even have critical, it's just Assault Cuirass along with this. He hits extremely fast.
Oh, the 3-man magnetized. GH has set the trap and they turn it straight back onto Penta. Mind Control in a little bit of trouble though to the Death Ward being slowed down and now dueled
Nightmare.
up. But the Nightmare, no, bouncing back and forth. Mind Control retreats. Burst strikes out. GH does have a roll, but it's a Sven arriving yet again. RMN in all sorts of difficulties as he is brought to his knees. Now jumping in, Miracle just is slamming people here. 1 by 1, Penta falls. A triple kill for Miracle as Liquid look to close out this game, and Boogie does it for them.
They tap out. They know this is finally over. A celebration ulti coming out by Mind Control. Some rolls as well. And some sleeping of Matumba Man. GG well played by Liquid. In a dominant fashion, they take that one.
Yeah, very, very swift dispatch there of Penta.
So they died twice early on with their Viper in the laning stage, but after that, they did not die on a core